Recently, I've been experimenting with gas blowback rifles and SMGs as well as pistols as my primary weapon system for Airsoft. And it's made me really fall in love with the platform, but as well I see some of its shortcomings as well. So in today's more opinionated video, I want to talk about my love-hate relationship with gas blowback airsoft guns. What's up, Airsofters? My name is Lane, and welcome to the BB Warrior. We're here to help you have a better time, both on and off the airsoft field, through our educational content. And if you enjoy videos like these, I'd love it if you joined our community by hitting that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, make sure to hit that bell icon next to it for updates when we post brand new videos every single Friday here on the channel. Now, again, this is a little bit of an opinion piece. Typically, we do a little bit more focused. However, this is something that I've kind of wanted to talk about for about a month or two now. So primarily, I've been experimenting with a KWA or Elite Force, depending on where you are in the world, MP7, and I've also been playing a whole lot more with pistols as my primary. So first off, what do I love about gas blowbacks? Well, the realism is pretty neat, I can't lie at all. Now, don't get me wrong, the recoil is nowhere near what I'd expect from a real firearm. Even on like M4s, even on these like super high-end gas blowback M4s, it still feels like you're shooting a 22. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. But I feel like just having that recoil impulse by itself is kind of what makes me enjoy it. I don't really care that it doesn't kick as hard as a real rifle because I wouldn't expect it to. However, it's just neat, as I guess what you could say. I think the reason why I enjoy gas blowbacks so much is, one, they're a nice change of pace, but at the same time, it's a little bit more realism, I guess you could say, just feeling that slight kick when you fire the gun and, you know, kind of having to readjust your aim, even though it's not super high. Again, it kind of feels like a 22 to myself. I just really enjoy that, and I definitely adds a whole lot more challenge to Airsoft. Now, I've always wanted to make Airsoft challenging, but not impossible. That's why I like to run things like mid or low cap magazines. I think that gas blowbacks just kind of rolled into that because, again, using the KWA MP7 as an example, you have 40 rounds. And if you're going up against some speed softer who's running a DSG or just anyone who's running full auto, that puts you at a disadvantage. When I was running gas blowback, I knew that there were situations I was in that I would not win, and that made me think as a player, well, how do I change this situation to put me out on top? And typically that was, you know, find better cover, close the distance, try to flank around them, and that was just so enjoyable. I was not doing nearly as good as I typically do with my upgraded VFC or my LCT. However, I just had so much fun because it really made me think about my skills as a player and not relying so much on the gun. Now, don't get me wrong, the KWA MP7 is a fantastic gun, and I'll be doing a full review of it in the future, but I just knew that there were some circumstances I would not win the fight. Although I was confident making shots out to like 150, 175 feet with that gun, there were just some situations that I knew that I wouldn't win. And again, because you have a limited gas source, I wasn't using these HPA tapped, I was very wary about using full auto. So it just, you know, it made a little bit more of a challenge for myself, and that's the type of thing that I enjoy personally as a player. Now, kind of going on with what I enjoyed more, you know, it's just, again, going back to the realism, it's just enjoyable having, you know, the bolt slam back and, oh no, I got to reload, hit the bolt, catch, and everything like that. It's just a really enjoyable experience in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much what I love about gas blowbacks. Again, whether it be a rifle, SMG like the MP7, or a pistol, that's what I really enjoyed about it. Now, what don't I like about gas blowbacks? Well, inconsistency. This is something that I feel can't be escaped in gas blowbacks unless you move over to an HPA tapped setup, which I haven't experimented with too much. In the future I will be, though. That was just one thing that I noticed, is that it's not as good as an AEG, especially I consider myself kind of spoiled because I have an upgraded AEG with a better gearbox, better hop up and barrel. So moving down to something like the MP7 or just using handguns by themselves and more like upgraded high kappas or G series pistols, you're definitely at a disadvantage, like I said earlier, which is, you know, one of the things that I hate about gas blowbacks is that it's not as consistent as my AEG or my HPA guns, because, you know, with like my Wolverine Inferno, you know, the FPS difference is like negligible. It's like less than 1% of what I'm outputting in energy is the difference. However, with a gas blowback, you know, as you go through the mag and you start to run out of gas, your BBs are going to be going, you know, 150 feet, 140 feet, 130, 120, psh, you ran out of gas. So that was definitely one of the things that I hate about gas blowbacks, is that they're just very inconsistent. I know that you can make gas blowback setups better with consistency, with, you know, gas efficiency as well. You can HPA tap them to circumvent the problem entirely. However, it's just I think it really made me think about, and I guess the reason why I wanted to make today's video is that while I liked it and I didn't like it, it really made me think about what makes me enjoy Airsoft as a whole. Do I want to be playing Airsoft and using a really good gun, or do I want to use something a little bit more challenging? I guess ultimately what it comes down to, what is more fun for me as a player? Being able to mop before with a really good gun, or, you know, really having to think about what I do and possibly not even doing as well because of it. It just added, again, an extra layer of challenge, and that is what I enjoy about Airsoft. So it really made me do some thinking, soul-searching, I guess you could say, about what I enjoy about our hobby. And I would definitely say, if you're looking for something new, you can find a KWA MP7 with a ton of mags on like Hop Up or somewhere like there for stupidly cheap if you want to get into gas blowbacks. Get a Tokyo Marui high kappa, anything like that. But again, it really made me think about what I enjoy, and I think what I'm going to do for this winter is I'm going to be running pistols only. I picked up a Tokyo Marui G17 with a PTS Atom slide, and I'm going to be running some HPA tapped extended mags on that, you know, really just kind of getting a feel. I think that variety is the spice of life for sure, and I kind of want to see, you know, what can I learn from playing a little bit more like a speed softer, I guess you could say? How could that improve my overall skill set as a player? So yeah, I mean, I guess the moral of today's story, if there is one, is try new things. You never know what you're going to like. But yeah, I mean, this was not a scripted video at all. As you guys can probably tell, this is something that I just kind of wanted to freeverse. But yeah, I think that this was something that was kind of important and something that was kind of eye-opening for myself as a player. But yeah, you're going to be seeing a little bit different content moving into the winter. I'm not moving into like the full speed soft thing. I'm probably not going to be going out and getting like a speed QB belt and a dye mask. But I want to see what it's like to run pistol only and how can I, you know, better my skill set as a player by playing this way and having these limited resources and a little bit more of a challenge. But I guess my question of the day for you guys is, what have you done to kind of shake things up on the Airsoft field? Make sure to let me know down in those comments below. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for staying through today's opinionated video. I know it's kind of different than what we normally do. However, this is something that I didn't really know how to put into a format, so I figured I might as well just do it without any sort of script. But if you enjoyed this sort of video and you'd like to see more from us, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And if you want to make sure that you get updated when we post brand new videos, hit the bell icon next to it. Send you a text or email notification, whatever you choose. You get notified whenever we post a brand new video every single Friday. If you want to help support the channel, visit shop.thebbwarrior.com for merchandise, event tickets, that sort of thing. But this has been Lane from the BB Warrior, talking about why I love and why I hate gas blowbacks and really how it changed me as a player. And I will see you all next time.